Hello there and welcome. Like always, first things first, introductions. I don't think they are needed by now, but for those who don't know, it's me, Emmy, your host, and welcome to another Fun Pen review on the Pen Venture YouTube channel. This time, I'm going to take you on a journey throughout Italy, especially Bologna. And for those who don't know, Bologna is the home of the Italian fountain pen maker Scrittura Bolognese or Scribo. They recently launched two beautiful, interesting models in the Dotta series, Piella and Moline, and they were overlooked with so many things going on at Pen Venture at this very moment. So sit back, relax. I'm going to take you on a journey this time, and we are going to review both fountain pens in this video. Oh boy, am I excited to showcase these two writing instruments, and I don't think I'm the only one who gets so excited about fountain pens. And I haven't seen anyone posting a video review for this beautiful two colors, and I think you are missing out on these two colors. First of all, we are going to talk about the brand, the inspiration behind the model, then I'm going to show you some of the details, then we will move into a side-by-side size comparison, writing sample, and in the end, I'm going to share some of my personal opinions. This time, I'm going to jump throughout some of the details because we already showcasing a fountain pen review for the Dotta series, so there isn't any specific changes other than the looks. I'm going to link the video up here. You can check that and see it in details for the Dotta Icoli and Giardini. Yeah, let's go and explore some of the things regarding the brand. So Bologna is the city of the university in Europe, an amazing city I visited, and you can check some of the trip in Italy videos from my playlist and see Bologna and my meeting with Luca Baglione, who is the CEO of the Scribo brand, which is established in Bologna. He basically took all of the employees, the know-how and the materials and some of the machinery from Omas in Italy and reunited everyone under the Scribo brand, the Scrittura Bolognese. First fountain pens showed up a few years back, and some of the most popular models are, for example, the Scribo Feel, the Scribo Dotta, and then we have the Scribo Puma. Three, let's say, tiers models. The first one being the most established one, the Feel. Then we have in between Scribo Puma and the Scribo Feel, the Dotta, which is basically a Scribo Feel without facets. And then we have the Puma, which is their entry level into their collection. And I'm going to showcase the writing instruments before going into all of the details of the inspiration for these two beautiful models. So we have the Scribo Dotta Piella and Moline. Piella is the dark blue one, this one, and it is an amazing marble structure color displaying alternating shades of darker blue with black and lighter blue. It looks gorgeous. So if you like dark blue pens, this is right up your alley. I use the word alley or street, knowing what's going to be showcased next. So we have then the Scribo Dotta Moline, which is this blue, which has two sides, a darker one and a lighter one, and they are let's say launched as a pair into the collection, and the collection is inspired by two things. First of all, Via Piella, which is a street in Bologna, and on this street, Via Piella, under the porticos of this street, a window which can open up and give access and view towards a canal called Moline. This canal runs at the level of windows, and it's also beautiful and picturesque. Darker blue is representing the street on which you can find that small little window that gives access to the Moline, which is the water canal. I'm going to use one fountain pen just for reference, and I'm going to alternate in between the two colors. This is the box that you get when you order such a fountain pen, and let's open the box and let's see what we find inside. And inside we have this, allows you to carry two writing instruments. Inside you'll find the polishing cloth for the trims of the fountain pen, and under it you will find the warranty and instructions guide and everything that you need to know about your fountain pen, how to fill it up with ink, how to use it, and all of the information regarding the warranty. This is my favorite color from the two, the pair, and we have here the Scribo Dotta Moline. the overall shape of the fountain pen, which is a Scribo feel without facets. In regards of shape, we have this hourglass shape with the bulbous cap and the bulbous barrel. The small little facets are not present on the Scribo Dotta, and on the finial we have this international signal for handwriting, the feather, and the finial is flat, it is ruthenium plated. Then we have the cap, which is, just like I told you, in a bulbous shape like an hourglass. In the middle it's a little bit more thicker. Clip is what it is used on the Scribo feel as well. It is a very practical clip. It is swooped like the letter S. It is ruthenium plated like the entire trims of this fountain pen. Corresponding towards the clip, if we look down, we have Scribo engraved. Then we have some lines, and opposite we have feel the writing, which basically is the motto of Scribo, feel the writing. And we have a screw cap, one complete turn to uncap the fountain pen. The cap is pretty light, and we are greeted by the nib. One of the most important selling points of a Scribo fountain pen is their nibs, and in regards of nibs, there is a lot of options. First of all, we can split the nibs in between two types. We have 18-karat gold nibs and 14-karat gold nibs. The 14-karat gold nibs are flexible, very similar to the extra flessibile Omas nibs, and the 18-karat gold nibs are a little bit more stiff and have specialty options like triple broad and stub. In regards of 14-karat gold nibs, the flexible ones, we have sizes varying from extra fine to broad. These nibs are made using machinery, materials, and know-how from Omas, so you can expect a very similar writing experience like an Omas, and this is a blessing for the entire fountain pen community. On the nib we have engraved Feel the Flags, Scribo 14 karat. On the left shoulder we have the nib size, in this case a fine. Turning the fountain pen completely, we can see that we have a ebonite feeder, and the ebonite feeder is offered for both 18 karat gold nibs and 14 karat gold nibs. On the Penventure website you will find available 14 karat gold nibs and only the specialty sizes from the 18 karat gold nib. Both the nib and feed are friction fitted inside a collar, together forming a sort of a nib unit. Be very careful not to unscrew this nib unit using force or the grip of your fingers, because you can damage the nib in this process. This is a very tinkering and sensitive process to try on a Scribo. We have a section that runs at the same diameter on the entire length, with this flaring out towards nib, and this is to prevent your fingers from slipping. Then if we move upwards, we can find the capping threads that are not sharp at all. We have a step up. This is not sharp, but it is noticeable, so if you grip the fountain pen a little bit higher, this can be, I don't know, you need to test out, can be sort of a hurdle in this way of gripping the fountain pen. Then we have the barrel of the fountain pen, which starts to pick up in girth, and the most girthiest point is right here. Then it is tapering in towards this ring right here, which is ruthenium plated and marks the finishing of the barrel. Then we have the piston knob. This fountain pen is using a piston filling mechanism. This piston filling mechanism is identical with the one from Omas. In order to operate this filling system, you will unscrew the end knob, moving the piston completely down. You would submerge the nib till this level right here in ink. Then you would screw in this end knob, drawing the ink from the bottle into the fountain pen. Be very careful when using this piston filling mechanism, because it is very sensitive and you wouldn't want to ruin this one. Anyway, let's go back and have both fountain pens side by side in order to appreciate the beautiful color of these two writing instruments. And I'm gonna put one like so and one like so, and you can clearly see that they kind of go together, these two blue colors. They are complementing each other. The Piella has this dark blue and mosaic structure throughout this material, while the Moline, it is sort of pearly and has chatoyance, and it has two sides. In some parts in the section the material is almost transparent, but on the Scribo Piella it is solid, it is one single color, and we have blues all over, joined by beautiful black. These are the two font bands which are presented in details. Now I'm going to put them side by side. Other font bands: Scribo Feel, Montegrappa 1930 Extra, Dotta Piella, Dotta Moline, Leonardo Supernova, and Scribo Puma. We have a font pen which is sort of an oversized font pen, sitting a little bit taller than the 1930 Extra, a little bit taller than the Scribo Puma, and shorter than a Leonardo Supernova. Let's have a look uncapped, and in this case we have a different story altogether. Much more taller than, for example, a 1930 Extra. It is very similar to a Scribo Feel because it doesn't have that facets, but in regards of dimensions it's pretty similar. It is the same with a Leonardo Supernova, and it is a shy taller than the Scribo Puma. Now let's have some measurements for the font band. So I'm going to move everything right here. Kept like so, the font band sits at 150 millimeters. Uncapped like so, from the tip of the nib to the piston knob we have 135 millimeters. The total weight of the fountain pen capped like so is 38 grams, and in writing uncapped like so is 21 grams. And that, my friends, is the Scribo, Dotta, Piella, and Moline. Two amazing writing instruments which recently arrived in our inventory, and we are very happy, and I personally like this Moline a lot. And if you ask me, probably one will remain with me in my personal font pen collection. Now let's go into the writing sample, because this beautiful nib is worth to be tried on a good quality paper and to be showcased, this 14 karat gold nib. So let's grab my good old trusty notebook and let's give it a go. And we have the pen, Scribo, Dotta Moline. So this is without any pressure ink. I had some spare KVZ blue black, and because I'm hungry and this scented ink from KVZ has sort of a vanilla smell to it, it is very hard to write right now. Nib 14 karat, and this is a fine point, and I'm going to put a flex. Then we have paper, and this is Tomoe River paper, and I don't know, I think this is 52 GSM. And now let's try out the ink flow, because this is quite a wet writer. And this is experimented and tried in my, let's say, routine with Scribo font bands, and this ebonite feeders are quite wet out of the box. Let's try out some normal figure of eights, and we have quite a fat fine nib. I wouldn't say this is comparable to a Japanese fine. It writes almost like a Japanese medium, to say so. In regards of flex, be very careful. These nibs are quite soft, so don't overdo it, but it is advertised as being flex, and it does offer a lot of line variation, a lot. It takes the nib from a fine point to a almost double broad. So yeah, it offers line variation, a lot of line variation, if that is something that you are looking for to have from such a nib. Now let's try the sentence. The quick brown fox jumps over. Now let's press a little bit on the nib. Lazy. Look at that gigantic amount of ink that this nib is putting down. Lazy, and let's go like this, and let's go like this. And this is the 14 karat flexible gold nib on the Scribo Dotta. A very beautiful writing instrument with an impressive nib, which is made using the know-how, the materials and the machinery from Omas, and those nibs are quite rare right now. They come very expensive on the secondary market, and Scribo offers the possibility of having those nibs, or let's just say the writing experience with those nibs in their modern and contemporary models, like the Dotta, the 14-karat gold nib from the Dotta Moline. And we are going to go into some of my personal opinions regarding them. Let me put this right here. It's a little bit crowded on my desk. Anyway, let's get back to my personal opinions. Well, first of all, I would like to start saying that these fountain pens are some of the nicest colors that recently arrived from Scribo. The major talking point of this collection are the colors, in my opinion, and I love blue colors overall in regards of fountain pens, and the one that I love is the Moline, this one, but both of them look good. The choice of using ruthenium for the plating for the trims is spectacular. I love ruthenium plating. In regards of the Moline, one of the things that I wouldn't say it's something that's important, but for some it may be, you need a little bit of tinkering in order to align. You have a lighter side and a darker side, and in order to align them you would need to find a combination, and the only way that you would carry this fountain pen proudly is if those two sides are in alignment. Anyway, you got my point. It is tricky to always spend some time to align those two facets. I don't miss having facets on the section and on the body. It comes cheaper than the Scribo feel in regards of pricing because it doesn't have those facets. For this Scribo Dotta with the 14-karat gold nib in the following sizes: extra fine through broad, you will have a pricing of 546 euros, no VAT. If we go into the specialty nibs, and we have extra fine, which is a very fine point, and that comes with the pricing of 596 euros, no VAT. And if we go to the opposite spectrum in regards of sizes, to a triple broad or a stub, those nibs cost on the Scribo Dotta around 647 euros, no VAT. This is a fountain pen which is very balanced, quite light fountain pen in my opinion. It is not postable, so don't even try. The step up right here could be a little bit harsh if you grip the fountain pen solely from those threads right here. Pretty much that sums up my details and my overall opinions regarding this fountain pen. And if you are looking forward at getting into Scribo as a brand, and you want to have a piston and you want to have that 14-karat gold nib, the best option under the Scribo feel would be the Dotta. Both fountain pens are in stock at Pen Venture. If you're looking to get one, down below you will find the links for them. Go there. If you want the fountain pen to be checked and inspected by me, I can do that. You just need to put down this information in the order notes. Thank you for spending this time with me on the Pen Venture YouTube channel. If you are still watching right now, you are the person which I'm very grateful and I owe everything to, so thank you very much for your support. If you find my content useful, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. This will help me a lot with the YouTube algorithm to grow the channel. If you're looking for a next writing instrument, take your time, scroll down a little bit. You'll find the details for our website, our social media accounts, my email, phone number. If you are not subscribed and you want to help us out to grow the channel, you can subscribe right now. Just click there, turn on the notification bell on. And if you are missing out on our content, I'm gonna leave you this video right here. You can click and enjoy that one. As always, it's me, your host Emi, and I look forward to seeing you next video. Take care, stay safe, bye bye.